Welcome to this quick demo of the Oceans 2.0 plotting utility. Over on the left side, I'm drilling down the geographic tree into the Arctic, into Cambridge Bay, into the underwater network, and coming down to the ice profiler, I want to see ice draft, which is an indication of the ice thickness. Looking at this plot, it's rather spiky. So moving into plot properties, I'm going to constrain the axis between a range of -3 to +3 meters of ice thickness. Turning off the auto scaling, clicking OK, the plot regenerates, and I can see 4 annual cycles of ice growth and decline. Clicking and dragging, I can move into one particular annual cycle. And here's another version of this plot showing the solar radiation overlaid in grayed bars on top of the ice thickness curve. Grabbing this bar beneath, I can pull it down to enlarge the plot vertically. I can see the radiation declining, going dark in the winter, returning in the spring, and then becoming very strong in the summer as the ice rapidly melts. Now I'm moving to a different instrument. This is the oxygen sensor, which is co-located with the ice profiler. And this is a plot of 2 quantities, so it's oxygen concentrations and temperatures. But the temperature plot looks like a flat line, except for one huge spike in early January. So once again, I'm returning to the plot properties, and I'm going to constrain just the right axis of this plot to range between -2 up to 10 degrees. Turning off auto scaling, clicking OK, the plot regenerates, and I can now see temperatures in context with oxygen concentrations. Under plot options, there are various things I can do. Under QA, QC, I can choose between raw or clean data. I can generate an image of the plot, which is a graphical file that I can right-click and download to my computer. Also, I can generate a list of all the numerical values that are plotted on this display. Now, this is not the full list of numerical values in the database, just what's been subsetted for the display. For the full list, you would download the data from using a tool such as data search. Also within plot properties, I can do something such as adjusting the color of a curve. In this case, I'm switching from red to purple for one deployment of the oxygen sensor. When this plot regenerates, I can see 1 year's deployment highlighted in purple. Now I've come under public plots and save plots to the arrival of unusually warm water in the Northeast Pacific in fall of 2014 into spring of 2015. And here, rolling over these 2 curves, I can compare values of temperature and salinity over this time period. Now I'm going to look at the arrival of the Great Tohoku Tsunami on March 11th, 2011, as it crossed over 4 bottom pressure recorders on the Neptune Observatory network. Clicking and dragging, I can zoom in on time. I can see the initial arrival of this tsunami. And clicking and dragging further, I can zoom into very short timescales. There's another way you can use the plotting utility as a sort of a semi-real-time display. Here I've chosen to show the last 10 minutes and to auto-refresh every 15 seconds. Now when I click on the CO2 concentrations from this location, I can see the last 10 minutes of data, and this plot will regenerate and refresh every 15 seconds. If I wanted to see the last 2 hours, then I could change the time preset to the last 2 hours, hit plot, and now this will be an automatically updating plot. Thank you for viewing this quick demo of the Oceans 2.0 plotting utility.